In this video, I'm going to share with you my 5-step process to perfect your diet. Nutrition plays such a fundamental role in sporting achievement, yet it can be very difficult to get right over a prolonged period of time. But if we don't get it right, we can find ourselves stagnating in our sport, or even worse, regressing. I know this from personal experience, as many a time when I've dropped the ball on my nutrition, be it on holiday or at Christmas, when I've subsequently returned to training, sessions weren't as easy as they were before. It even happened to me just this past Christmas, where I'm now trying to get back to where I was just prior to packing up for the end of the year. So, it's really important that we keep on top of what we eat, and that's why I've put together this video. It will teach you how to optimize your diet so that you can provide your body with everything it needs on a consistent basis and thereby support your growth as an athlete. By implementing these very achievable steps, it will empower you to bring your next big sporting breakthrough to well within your reach. And if you'd like a PDF copy of the guide, then click on the link in the description, enter your email address and hit the submit button to get one sent out to you. Otherwise, without further ado, let's begin. Step 1 to optimizing your diet is to determine your goals. In other words, get clear on the reason or the reasons as to why you want to improve your diet. Do you need to get more lean, build muscle, have more energy? Achieving each of these objectives require different nutritional criteria to be met. And if you don't succeed in meeting a certain criterion, then you're not going to make any progress in that area. Therefore, before making any changes to your diet, it's first important that you know what it is that you're trying to achieve, so that you know which criteria need to be met. Step 2 is to determine your target energy and nutrient intakes. In other words, determine how much energy, protein, carbohydrate and fat you need to consume in order to achieve your goals. Losing weight requires us to be in an energy intake deficit, i.e. to consume fewer calories than we expend. Building muscle requires us to have sufficient building material, i.e. protein, available for growth. And feeling energetic requires us to consume sufficient energy and nutrients as to support important bodily functions. By determining targets for yourself and understanding what needs to happen for you to see progress, you can then go on to formulate a plan to meet these targets. Step 3 is to form meal plans in order to meet the targets you determined in step 2. In other words, determine the foods that you're going to eat and the quantities thereof so that you meet your target intakes. Here, you have 2 options. You can be creative and plan a meal entirely from scratch, or you can start with what you currently eat and make adjustments in order to bring your diet in line with your target intakes. During this stage, it is also important that you ensure that your meal plans contain sources of all the important micronutrients, i.e. vitamins and minerals. Once you have formulated a plan to meet your targets, you can then go on to implement it. Once you've completed step 3, then in theory, all that needs to be done is for you to implement your plan. However, life is not 100% predictable, and therefore you also need to be able to manage any changes. Examples of such are when you feel good and are able to train just that little bit longer than planned, or for whatever reason, you're unable to make a training session. These are going to change your nutrient and energy requirements, and therefore you need to adapt your intake targets and consumption in order to stay on course. Having contingency plans in place means that you can prevent losing any momentum and continue to progress even when your day doesn't go as planned. The final step in the process is to track your progress. Do you know whether you're on track to meet your goal? Do you know which actions are resulting in progress and which potentially holding you back? Tracking your progress gives you important feedback on your actions and enables you to quickly gain clarity on what to fix when things aren't working. Therefore, it is an important part of the process, and sticking to it will see you accelerate with great speed towards your goals. Alternatively, skip this step and you may find yourself stagnating, or even worse, regressing. So that is my 5-step process to perfect your diet. But before you go, I just wanted to say that because you've watched this video, I know that you're really motivated to achieve big things this year. Similarly, I want you to know that with the right mindset and strategies, you can make them happen. So let me support you along the way by providing you with relevant encouragement and insight. You can do that by clicking here to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you're keen for some more guidance right now, click here for another video to help you take your sporting performance to the next level. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.